Okay, so it seems like recently ChibiDoki has been having a little bit of an issue that a lot of VTubers have been facing recently over on YouTube, and it's to do with the increase of the AI moderation that has been taking place, and it hits a lot of people, right? It doesn't hit just Chibi, it hits so many more people that make any kind of content, whether it's their actual VTuber model itself, which obviously in ChibiDoki's case it's not, whether it's just kind of stuff they say, including what ChibiDoki says, because obviously we know her to be quite unhinged, right? She can say some pretty crazy things at times, and obviously people find that funny. That's why she's so popular, and yeah, people enjoy to watch that. But it seems like recently she actually came out with a post, calling out YouTube and YouTube creators, saying my Mario Galaxy video got unfairly age restricted. I applied for removal of the restriction, and it got quickly denied. Can a human help fix this? And this is where it gets a little bit ridiculous, right? Because usually whenever there's a big issue, you should be able to solve it pretty quickly, right? By putting in a kind of appeal and be like, hey, my video got age restricted, can you change it? And then a human should go through, look at it and go, actually, yeah, they got it wrong, okay, we'll reinstate it. But no, that was not the case in this case. It seems like it was almost, denied quickly, right? It seems like it got denied and unusually quick, in an unusually quick time frame, which of course makes a lot of people think that maybe it was just the AI going, nope, we're all right. And of course that, tends to not really help any creators whatsoever. Now, this was the video. It's called the best game of all time, the Super Mario Galaxy. And you can see down here, it says age-restricted video based on community guidelines. Now, I did play the first kind of, minute of the video to see whether there was anything that could kind of get picked up by the AI moderation. And to be fair, there was a couple of comments that she made. She made one, I'm pretty sure, about a certain body part that, obviously typically is used in the toilet. Obviously that was something that, potentially could get flagged, as well as singing the Four Big Guys song, which of course could also get flagged because of the rest of the lyrics of that song. So again, I can kind of see why it did get flagged, but I don't think it's enough for it to be, age restricted. I don't think this is one of these big, like, oh my god, let's take this video down, it's absolutely abhorrent. That is not the case at all. I think that, Chibi should still have the video up, and I think that 100% it didn't deserve to be taken down despite, containing some of that kind of stuff. Now, of course, maybe there could have been a better job in terms of censoring it. I know a lot of her content is kind of uncensored, so, that might be why she's getting age restricted. But maybe that could be a thing that maybe she focuses on, because, again, it can be an issue for some VTubers that swear quite a bit or make sexual jokes quite a bit. Sometimes it can end up, getting yourself age restricted. And yeah, you can see these that have videos, they do pretty good. And then, yeah, this one is doing unusually bad because of that age restriction. So it's not even the case of like, oh, it's age restricted, it's fine. It usually ends up resulting in the video performing way worse than that other videos. You can see 28k views compared to some of the other videos, which have 100k, 200k, sometimes 40k, 60k. So again, it seems like, a lot of people are not seeing this due to the fact of it being age restricted, which is why it's such a huge issue for a lot of people over on YouTube. But one of my biggest problems is the fact that, stuff like this has to happen every time, where essentially a VTuber has to call out YouTube on Twitter. I don't know why they do this, and I don't know why this is the case, because of course, someone is going to be very angry if an AI literally checks another AI's work, right? Essentially going, nope, no, they were completely right there, and checking it quickly in terms of like putting up an appeal, which should be seen by a human, but again, it doesn't. And then they have to then go onto Twitter and at YouTube publicly to ask for them to actually change things. Like, why? Like, I don't understand why they do that. Like, I don't know why this is the way of support for a lot of creators. I know they have a chat system, but again, that usually doesn't help. I've used it before. They don't actually kind of help with that kind of stuff. So you have to actually tag them on Twitter, and you actually have to, publicly call them out every single time there is an issue. And you think about, like, not just, Chibi, but other VTubers, other creators, right? Imagine how many public call-outs they get on Twitter every single day because they messed up. Like, why is this a support system? Like, it just makes YouTube look bad, because there are so many of these different kind of posts out there saying, at YouTube creators, you messed up, it's completely your fault. And then they go, oh yeah, we're sorry, we'll DM you, whatever, right? And I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that that is the support system that they've chosen, because it just looks worse for YouTube. It would look better for YouTube if you had some kind of actual, support system that maybe you could email or message or whatever that could actually help you with this kind of stuff. And it would avoid people from tagging you publicly on Twitter and making your company look a lot worse, right? But again, they just don't do that, which is just so odd to me. I just like, it just doesn't seem like a good business decision. But obviously, they're saying the age restriction already ruined the potential of a video I worked so hard on. So even if you remove it, I'm still screwed, but it would help a bit. So please fix it at Team YouTube. So yeah, obviously it is quite a long video. It's like 3 hours long. So it seems like, they worked pretty hard on it. And again, it does suck that this ended up being age restricted like this, right? Saying it depends on the content that's being showcased, but you need assistance, then by all means try deleting the video from YouTube Studio, then re-uploading it with the not made for kids setting on it, and it should go through. Well, at least that's how I go about it when I upload my vids. It said that would quite literally sabotage the video. No one uses the for kids option. It got rated 18 plus and demonetized, which, yeah, I don't think this person understands exactly how it works fully. There is an option whenever you upload a YouTube video, it asks you, is this made for kids? So essentially, should we put this on the YouTube Kids app or not? And of course, I click no on all of mine, right? Because again, my videos aren't for kids, right? And I think that's the same for a lot of people. In pretty much anybody that wants to create general content on YouTube in general will click no. And it's not just a case of Chibi accidentally clicked yes. I'm pretty sure she clicked no on, whenever she originally uploaded the video. Nobody says it's for kids, right? Nobody kind of selects that option. So it's not a case of that being the option either, right? Usually if you do tag it for kids and it ends up not being for kids, they'll just take it off of the site and just kind of put it onto the regular YouTube usually. But again, obviously, that isn't the problem. So again, obviously that's what she put there. So that sucks. I mean, it's a kids game, so they could be more strict with it. I mean, within the first 20 seconds of the video, you do sing 4 big guys and also, stuff like that. So they're saying, so maybe that. But then ChibiDoki does say, I do that in all my videos. So no. And yeah, obviously, there was that kind of content at the start, which I could see where YouTube would probably pick up on that. But if that's something that she does in most of her videos, then I don't see why this has suddenly become a problem, right? I don't know why this is suddenly, the AI suddenly picked up on it. Maybe it is just like it got through all of these times and this time it didn't. I don't know. I was saying, yeah, Nintendo is a B. It's not Nintendo. And obviously, yeah, it's not Nintendo. It's not the creators of the game that are taking this down. It's YouTube themselves that are age restricting the video. Obviously, Team YouTube then responds saying, hey, they're checking on this right now. We'll follow up with up via DM to share more info. And obviously, it seems like they haven't managed to do anything still yet because it is still age restricted. It's bold of you to assume that humans work there. Said, damn, that's so bad. Typical AI moderation at its finest. I'm sorry you had to deal with this. Said, were you using a good mic or were you screaming at high decibels? But even then, a video shouldn't be taken down and age restricted, not taken down, age restricted, based on, someone's mic being bad, right? If people watch it for the mic being bad, that shouldn't be a case to age restrict a video. There's no content to restrict, right? You shouldn't be, a bad mic shouldn't be the ultimate factor of whether this is suitable for people under the age of 18 or not on YouTube, right? I think it's crazy. Like, what? Oh, you got a bad mic? Oh, kids can't watch that. What the hell? No, ooh, no, they can't be subject to bad mic. Oh, God, no, that's awful. No, obviously that's not the case. They're not taking it down because she has a bad mic. Like, that's just, no. But again, it is weird, right? And of course, this comes as a result of a lot of the poor AI moderation systems on YouTube that continue to get worse and worse and continue to kind of mess up a lot of videos that people work hard on. And that's sometimes what happens, right? You have a video that you work super hard on and it eventually, that sounded a bit odd. You have a video that you work super hard to create and, it ends up getting ruined because obviously, YouTube system goes, no, we don't want to push this. We want to age restrict it. And you didn't do anything wrong, but yeah, we just felt like it. And we're going to screw you over real bad, especially with this 3-hour video that your editors, or I don't know if she edits it or whatever, but whoever edited it worked so hard on. And yeah, now, you're screwed because we say no. And that's just how it is sometimes with YouTube. And it sucks because, again, you can work so hard on a video and a thumbnail and all this kind of stuff for it to get 28k views because, well, we think it should be age restricted because you said a bad word at the start of the video. And it's just like, okay, this is really the state of YouTube at the moment. But yeah, I mean, obviously this sucks, and I hope that it does get fixed, so she can get, you know, maybe some viewership on it, or at least maybe some monetization on what she got so far. But again, you know, this just seems to be happening to every single creator and VTuber on the platform at the moment, and it just keeps on getting worse. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.